Alright guys, this is our weekly solo player's guide to the Nightfall. This is our Warlock variant. If you're new to the channel, we do this every single Tuesday and Wednesday with all three classes, Warlock, Hunter, and Titan. So if you need either of those guides, look in the description box below. Links will be there. We also do a Challenge of Elders guide every single Tuesday with the class and subclass that I think will do the best. Sometimes you guys point out better options in the comments, which I actually really like. It gives me a little bit more, oh, maybe you should think about this. But anyways, that link is also going to be in the description box down below. So without further ado, let's go ahead and look at our modifiers for the week. Let's look at the setup as far as weapon recommendations, subclass recommendations, all that good stuff, and then we'll rock the guide. Modifiers this week include Arc Burn. Arc damage from any source is greatly increased. Solar Burn. Solar damage is also greatly increased from every source, and so is Void Burn. Ironclad. More enemies have shields. And Daybreak. This is just going to give you very quick recharge ability recharges, so your super, melee, and grenade are all going to charge incredibly fast. You might get like a super every 20-30 seconds. It's pretty cool. As far as setup goes, we're rocking Shallow Supercell, but if you got some adepts you want to try out, Chaos Dogma would be great. Doom of Chelchis is probably pretty good. What else? Just about any of them, really. And then I would go with a sniper, either Devil's Dawn or Ex Machina will both do additional damage to Fallen, which is why Chaos Dogma would also be really great, because that also does bonus damage to Fallen. And then we're rocking a, but if you don't have either of those, I can't think of the name. Event Horizon is also another great sniper rifle to go with. And then I start off with the Silver Dread, and then we switch over to Gallahorn. I would highly suggest bringing a Gallahorn with you for the final boss fight section, just because it can get a little hairy. And then I'd say with this particular setup, I would go Sunbreakers. If you're going Voidwalker, you want Nothing Manacles. Sunsinger, as far as that goes, you want Touch of Flame. And Viking Funeral, those two go very well together. With targets afflicted with Ignite, take more damage from all sources, stacks up 3 times, so you can do more damage with every grenade that I think it hits directly. And then all grenades ignite enemies, causing damage over time. This one can go whatever you want. I like Flame Shield. I've never used anything else. You want to Fireborn or Self-Res, and you die, you can pop your super and you come back to life, which you'll see me do quite a few times in this video. And then if you're using those Sunbreakers, you want that Solar Grenade. Voidwalker, if you want to try that, you want the Vampire build, so Embrace the Void and the Hunger increases the duration of energy effects. All grenade and Nova Bomb kills will also trigger energy drain, and it will restore your health. I like Lifesteal, and then you're gonna obviously want Scatter Grenades. But other than that, let's go ahead and rock this guide. Alright, so this week starts right off in the Nightfall modified areas. So go ahead and just run down there. Don't double jump or anything. What you want to do is just really quickly don't jump until there, because that kind of activates those Death Singers or Death Shriekers, whatever they're called, and then those will hit you pretty hard. So the quicker you can get down there, about halfway down, and then start like leaping as fast as you can to get out of there, the better. Then once you get here, there's going to be about 4 or 5 Curse Thralls, a Wizard, and 2 Knights. Go ahead and take out the Knights, throw your grenades wherever you got, and then just go ahead and rock them out. Hopefully you can get them done pretty quick. And if you get lucky enough to get the weapon ammo boxes, go ahead and pick up those, and then move on. Once you come down here, go ahead and destroy that turret, Do not shoot any of the enemies unless you're just sticking around for points. Otherwise, you can just kind of sneak right past them, take down both of these turrets, and then just make a run for it. You don't even have to take care of the Siva cluster. And then once you get in here, there's going to be 3 or 4 Vandals. One of them will be a major, so be careful of him. He'll be in the far back. And then there's also going to be a couple, I think, actually there might be like 6 or 7 Vandals. I don't think any of these guys are dregs. And then 1 major captain. Go ahead and take all of them out. If you're rocking Sunsinger, as you can see, solar grenades are just demolishing these guys and then just cleaning them up with the supercell. And then once you kill all these guys, or I think you can have 1 left, and then these guys will start spawning in. The first 2 or 3 waves are going to be nothing but Vandals. I believe the 3rd wave will be, each wave has 3 enemies in it. So the first 2 are Vandals. The 3rd one is going to be 3 dregs. I think the 2nd one is also 3 dregs. And then the one after that is 2 Vandals, 1 normal Fallen, and 1 Siva. And then once you see those guys die, Taniks is going to come in. So be very careful of him. What I would suggest is just staying in this area. As you can see, at 400 light, that did almost a little over half. So he's very dangerous. Just go ahead and keep throwing grenades wherever you can. And then just kind of stay in this tunnel. You can always head back a little bit if you need more cover. And then, like I said, just keep throwing grenades. Do as much damage as possible. And then once you see him run into that teleporter, you can kind of jump back, wait for him to despawn, and then follow him up.
Talks. How is that possible?
Maybe Taniks was more machine than thought. He's not alive. Perhaps he never was.
Once you get here, go ahead and destroy that Siva cluster if you want. I don't think it makes a big difference. What I like to do is throw a grenade there, and then throw a grenade at that door. That way you can hopefully get rid of some of these ads. And if you die, just go ahead and make sure you just spam that grenade button. Make sure you hit Taniks as often as possible with the grenades while cleaning up the ads. There are going to be a bunch of Vandals. There's going to be 2 captains. Really surprised I didn't die right there. There's going to be 2 captains. Both of them are just regular bar health enemies. And then a bunch of Vandals. And then once you can get Taniks to despawn, he'll despawn back into the back. And then he'll despawn again. After he despawns, you're going to get a wave of just like a bunch of dregs coming running up. And then what you just want to do, you'll see me just throw a grenade down in there. And you can move on to the tank fight. Alright, so once you get here, head on over to the left. That's where the majority of the enemies are going to be. go ahead and just throw grenades. Now there are going to be, there's one shock cannon. Be very careful of him. He will potentially one-shot you depending on your light level. Go ahead and take out all of these guys, and then you're just going to want to clean up whatever vandals are left until the tank spawns. You're going to hear like Taniks laugh, and that's when these guys are going to start coming in. Go ahead and throw a grenade over at that door, because there is going to be one solar cannon. Nice fail. Enemy, and then there's also going to be a bunch of vandals, and then down those stairs in front of me there's also going to be one major captain, and then a bunch more vandals, like 3 or 4 more vandals. But what you want to do with these cannons is hold on to them until you can get a good shot at the tank with them. 2 or 3 shots, because there are going to be more that spawn in a little later, should do the trick. Now when dealing with the tank, you are going to hear the shot kind of power up. If once that happens, stay in cover. Until you see 2 waves of shots. There's one, and there's the second one. You want to stay in cover that entire time until you hear that second one crash. Otherwise, you're going to get wasted really quick. So be very careful of that. And then just pretty much stay in cover, throw grenades as often as possible. Obviously go for the legs. Those are your crit spots until the neck opens up, and then just shoot as many sniper shots as possible. Hit it with a grenade if at all possible. Be very careful of the ads that are spawning in now. You're going to get a bunch of vandals, you're going to get some exploder shanks, and 2 more shot cannon captains, as well as some hive. Just go ahead and throw a couple grenades down that hallway. You should be just fine. Hopefully you're rocking self-res in case that happens. And obviously you just want to keep throwing grenades. So just be very careful. If you want to, you can throw grenades at the stairs. It'll block these ads from coming too close. Just like so. Just be very careful. And then just shoot whatever cannons you can at the tank, and it should go down fairly quickly. Once you kill the tank, whatever ads are left should despawn after a few seconds. And then the things that are spawn in are 2 drags and 4 shanks. So just take all of them out. Shouldn't be too hard at all. And then go ahead and move on to taking out Taniks. Alright, so once you come down here, stop about where that barrel is. Go ahead and throw as many grenades as you can down there, and then just rock him with your sniper. Or, you know, whatever you got. Just pump as much damage as possible into him. And hopefully you will do enough damage to where he actually just despawns completely. Otherwise he's going to be here, and then again here, depending on how much damage you're actually outputting in the time allotted to do it. And then once you come down in here, just come over to this computer station, throw your grenades, start popping them, start doing damage into them, and then once you hear him despawn, you will hear like a little teleportation audio cue. Listen out for that. You're going to want to move very quickly to that stage tower, as you can see where we're going right now. So move there. Go ahead and throw your grenades at that door. That will block any ads going from there. Obviously, go ahead and start working on the Siva clusters, but try not to start doing too much damage to him until to Taniks until you get the majority of these ads gone. There are going to be a bunch of them, so just keep that in mind. The reason why you want to stay on this stage, kind of keep that middle orb thing in between you and Taniks, is because The ads, if they don't go up top to that stage on the right, they will just run up these stairs at you blindly, and you can just throw a grenade in front of you and it should take them out just fine. Otherwise, once you take out all of the clusters, go ahead and start doing damage to Taniks. Throw your grenades, those are probably going to be your best bet. And then once you're just going to listen for him to teleport again. Once that happens, you're going to jump back to the area that we started this room in, which is behind these computers. This is probably the time you want to switch over to Gjallarhorn, as you see me do here. So go ahead and do that if you like. If not, keep on rocking whatever you're rocking. The reason why I suggest going Gjallarhorn is there's going to be about 6 or so servitors, and 1 or 2 Gjallarhorn shots will take them out very quickly. Gjallarhorn's a great ad cleaner in this section in particular. So just go ahead and do that. Just worry about the ads at this point. Don't really worry too much about the boss or the SIVA clusters. Let's go ahead and take out all the ads. They are going to be your biggest worry right at the moment. Let's go ahead and just take them out, and then once those are all gone, obviously go ahead and start doing damage to the clusters. Once those are gone, what you want to do is run up to that little stage on our left right now and go ahead and start doing damage to Taniks. The reason why you go up on that stage on the left is because you can pretty much just head glitch him, so you can hit him but he can't hit you. Just be a little careful that you don't go too far up in front. But other than that, you should be pretty safe. And then once you finally get him despawned a 3rd time, he will go back into the middle, and you are going to want to run just behind the stairs that lead up onto the stage. That's a pretty decent spot to hide. You know, just use the computer tower things to use as cover. And then in that wave of enemies, there's going to be just a bunch of shanks, a few exploder shanks, and invis vandals. Go ahead, and they're going to come out from about there where I just threw that grenade. So just go ahead, keep throwing grenades just like before. You should either block them or kill them as they're running out, and then that way you can just worry about the shanks up front, and of course Taniks and the SIVA clusters. So once you get those SIVA clusters down, just don't worry about the ads at this point. Just go ahead and go and start killing stuff. Worry about Taniks. You should be pretty alright at this point. So just go ahead and kill off Taniks, and you should be good to get your rewards. So that's going to do it for this video. If you found it informative, helpful, useful, whatever, go ahead and hit the like button. If not, leave a comment. Tell me how it would better help you. What can I add to make this more helpful? Otherwise, rewards are at the end. Hit the like button if you liked it. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Links are in the description box down below for those other guides. And other than that, I will talk to you guys later.